Always been constructive, always good with my hands and my mind.
Rick Klovski is a former patrol deputy, currently a truck parts salesman, and is an artist whose work is increasingly in demand. Rick creates model trucks, trains, tractors, and more out of wood.
But I've been dinking around making things, sitting around doing something at home all my life. Started as a youngster making model cars and the kits that you go out and glue part A to glue part B and stick it there. Now I've regressed back to what I was doing before. I'm only out of wood.
Rick's new creative outlet began when customers would come into his workplace looking for model trucks, something that is not sold there.
And I told this one lady, I'll make you one. I came home and made her a toy truck about this big, and I brought it in for her grandson, and she just was amazed. That's pretty much how I got started. The basic 3 woods I use are maple, which is your common table furniture wood, walnut, which is pretty much everything in life, and walnut tables and coffee tables, but I've experimented into cherry, a lot of cherry wood, which is a little bit lighter than this. You'd be surprised at rainbows of colors that wood grows, and you don't have to paint them and you don't have to stain them. You hit them with lacquer and they just pop like they were stained, and people are amazed at some of these colors like this orange here. How did you stain that? Well, I didn't stain it, it grows orange. I sit here and I imagine what color goes with what color and what brings out the accent of the wood, because even though it's about the truck, it's about showing off what wood is. When you use paint, you lose what wood is all about. You lose the grain and the way it grows and whatnot. You're just covering it up. Now, granted, you see red trucks on the road, you see blue trucks on the road, but in reality, you have to imagine that that's whatever color the customer wants or whatever the person wanted. This would not fly. They would get bored with it. Oh, I got a blue truck sitting on the shelf. But when people look at this, they look at the grain. They look how this all came out and cut. They look at the layers. They look at the way the grain flows. They look how the grain flows from the front to the back. You lose that when you paint it. These trucks have a lot of little detail. If you look at pictures, there's sleeper windows, vista windows on the sleeper, fuel tanks. But I don't stop there. We have a fifth wheel. We have a toolbox back here that's made out of paducah, which is a purple wood that grows purple, just like you see it. That's not stained or painted. That's the color of that wood, and it pops when you hit it with the lacquer. But I take it one more step, right down to turn signals. Yellow on the front, orange on the back. Mirrors. This is representing chrome, the maple's representing the mirror. But you can get into the bottom of these trucks, and I take it a little bit farther. We have an actual Kenworth suspension here made out of to look like springs. These are airbags for suspensions. You'll see them on trucks if you're driving down the freeway. You got drive lines. You have a transmission, floating axles. The wheels do turn. You have axle stops. I mean, there's no end to what you could do. You just keep going. It's not just about the outside. Underneath, it's finished too. Because people that buy these drive these for a living and they know what they look like. I can't tell you the comments I've got from people that they're so excited, they order stuff from me left and right. So I'm backlogged, I can't keep up with it. You don't go to the toy store and buy this. It's handcrafted.
Rick knows he can charge several $100s for each of his handcrafted models, but in some cases, if a person really wants it and can't afford the actual price, Rick is willing to sell for less.
I'm told I should raise my prices and I should sell them for more, but I can't. My heart tells me I can't do it right now. I'm trying to make people happy. It makes me happy to see my piece of wood on their fireplace. Being as a hobby, I'm okay with it. It's really not a talent, I can tell you that. Anybody could do it if you just apply yourself, sit, and have imagination. Practice, practice, and practice. I've thrown a lot of good wood in my fireplace because I wasn't happy with it till I perfected my vision. If I'm not in this shop making sawdust, I'm really not happy anymore.
If you have an idea for Northwest Profiles, send it to KSPS TV, 3911 South Regal, Spokane, Washington 99223. Northwest Profiles is a presentation of KSPS Public Television.